So I may have mentioned in previous videos that I'm constantly engaged with philosophers, scientists, quantum physicists, mathematicians, and other spiritual teachers, if I may so call them. I'm constantly engaged with them on group emails where there's a constant debate about the nature of reality, whether we can correlate quantum fields with consciousness fields, and so forth. As usual, there's a lot of contentiousness in these debates because everybody's attached to their point of view or their scientific or philosophical dogma, and one can never get a straight answer on anything, which is just as well, because that's how, through discourse and debate, slowly we get closer to truth. However, because of all this confusion this morning, I went to one of my AI chatbots, in this case Perplexity, and I said, can you reframe non-duality, which is of course rooted in Advaita Vedanta? Can you reframe non-duality and correlate it with some of Deepak Chopra's ideas on non-duality in a more modern context? So I'm going to read to you what I got. So here's what it says. Here's a reframing of the discussion using non-dual philosophy and drawing on ideas from Deepak Chopra. Non-dual philosophy, rooted in ancient Advaita and echoed in modern thinkers like Deepak Chopra, asserts that reality is a unified whole. The apparent division between subject and object, mind and matter, is seen as an illusion, maya, arising from limited perception. In this view, consciousness is not just fundamental, it is the only reality. Everything else, matter, energy, thoughts, and even scientific models, are expressions or modifications of this singular field of awareness. Chopra's non-dual perspective. Deepak Chopra, in works like You Are the Universe and Meta-Human, proposes, number one, consciousness is the ontological ground of existence. The universe is not made of stuff, but of experiences in consciousness. 2. Mind and matter are not separate. They are two models of knowing within consciousness. The observer and the observed are entangled not only as separate entities, but as co-arising phenomena within the same field. 3. Science and mathematics are activities within consciousness. The very act of theorizing, modeling, and observing are experiences that consciousness has of itself. So, next item here, non-dual framing of consciousness, mind-body problem dissolves. In non-dualism, there is no real separation between observer and observed, mind and body. Both are patterns of activity within consciousness. The hard problem of consciousness disappears because consciousness is not produced by the brain, rather that the brain and the entire physical universe is an experience in consciousness. The quantum measurement problem, the role of observation, is naturally explained. There is only one observer, which is, by the way, what Schrödinger also said. Consciousness itself, manifesting as countless perspectives. Measurement is consciousness observing itself through different forms. Mathematics as a bridge. So, mathematics from this perspective is a language consciousness uses to model its own patterns. It is not out there, but arises within the field of awareness. Thus, mathematics can bridge quantum fields and consciousness fields because both are expressions of the same non-dual reality. Occam's razor, satisfied. Non-dualism is supremely parsimonious. It posits only one substance, consciousness. All multiplicity and complexity arise as modifications within this one field. There is no need to explain how mind emerges from matter or vice versa. Deepak Chopra's key non-dual insights. Number one, you are not in the universe is in you. The sense of being a separate self is a construct within consciousness. The universe includes all scientific models, arises and subsides in the field of awareness. Once again, the universe, including all scientific models, arises and subsides in the field of awareness. Consciousness is the common ground of all experience. Whether we are doing science, art, or simply being, all experiences are models of consciousness. Scientific inquiry is consciousness exploring itself. The ultimate reality is pure consciousness. Everything else, matter, energy, space-time, are experiences or excitations within consciousness. Implications for science and philosophy. Science as a tool, not a final arbiter. Science is a powerful method for modeling regularities within consciousness, but it cannot step outside consciousness to explain it. Recognizing this doesn't diminish science, it grounds it in a more expansive understanding. Empirical and experiential integration. Non-dualism encourages integrating investigation with direct experiential inquiry. Meditation, self-inquiry, recognizing both as valid explorations of consciousness. So, conclusion. Reframing the debate in non-dual terms, especially as articulated by Deepak Chopra, resolves the classical conundrums by dissolving the boundaries between subject and object, mind and matter. Consciousness is the singular self-knowing field in which all experiences, including science, mathematics, and the universe itself arise. This approach is not only parsimonious but also deeply transformative, inviting us to recognize our true nature as expressions of the infinite field of awareness. Okay, so that's it. And I have created a number of non-dual meditations that you can find in YouTube. Check them out. Let me know if this is useful, and feel free to share it with others if you think they might also enjoy it.